Hi, hello, vanakkam, and welcome back to yet another episode on Little Slaw YouTube channel. So today in this video, we are going to see about a JavaScript where we are going to convert the date format from one format to the other one. So let me just show you. And so the format which we have now is YY hyphen month and then the date. So this is the format we have, and we are going to convert this to the format where we are going to use it in the application. So the other format is going to be in DDYYYY, or even we can change the format in any order we need. So this is what we are going to do now. So for that, we're going to use a JavaScript. So before we move on to the video, I request you all to subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed yet. Like, comment your questions and feedbacks in the comment section, and share the video with your friends. So with no further ado, let's go to the video. So the first step is going to be create. So I have already a script, a user path, and inside that I have my actions. So I assume that this is going to be your additional part of your script. So I'm just clicking on actions, right clicking on actions, insert as child, and I'm adding the JavaScript. Let me remove everything here. So the first thing is, so we have created a JavaScript, so that's step number one. And the second step is going to be, we are going to, so here, in fact, in your applications, you might have extracted the variables using your correlation, and you have kept it in a variable. So let me go directly. So I'm giving this variable here in this format. So the format which we have here is, as I already mentioned, it's year hyphen month hyphen the date. So this is the format of the date. So the next step is going to be, we are going to convert this input string to a date object. So the second step is, so this is step one, and the step two is going to be, we are going to convert the input date string to a date object using date.parse method. So let's see how to do that. So let's create another variable which is going to be input variable input date object, and then we are going to, as I mentioned, we're going to convert this input date string to a data object using this function. So date.parse of input date, which we already have got here. So let me just copy paste it so that I don't make any mistakes in here. And don't forget to end the line or the statement with a semicolon, because it's quite important, otherwise we might get some errors. So the step three is going to be, we are going to create a variable to hold the month, date, and year. Okay. So for that, we are going to create variable input month, and it's going to be input date object, so which we have here. So let me again just copy it so that we can track it. So for this input date, we have took from step one, and for this creating variable, we are taking it from the step two. So input date dot get month of, so this is the function where we can get it from this one. And the reason I'm adding +1 is, so the reason behind adding the month +1 is, usually this will start from 0. So I will just demo you by changing this one. So for now, I'm just adding it +1 here, and then let's go to the next variable, which is input day, and then I'm just doing the same thing here. I'm just copying the previous one to keep track of it, and then we're going to get the date from this variable. Then thirdly, the year. Again, I'm just copying it from here. Dot get full year. So this will help us to get the full year of whatever we give as an input. And then, so now the step 4. So in step 4, we are going to format the date components as strings with zeros leading it if necessary. So for that, what we're going to do now is we're going to output the month. So previously in step 3 we input the month, and then in step 4 we're going to output the month with leading zeros. So for that, let's enter 0. Let's add 0 here in the output, and then the first one is going to be input month. So I'm copying input month from here again to keep track of it, followed by slice of -2. So this will help us to get this value into the right format, and then we're going to output the day in the same manner. Then let's copy it from the input day here, followed by same way, so slice 2, close it by a semicolon, and then thirdly we're going to output the year in the same way. So here we don't have any formatting changes, so let's just copy the year and I'm going to paste it here and close it by a semicolon. And then the step 5, where we are going to concatenate all the values, which is we are going to bring all these values in a one single component. So we're going to concatenate the formatted date component into the desired outcome which we want to be. So for that, we're going to declare a variable which is going to be variable output date, and then it's output month plus the next value is going to be the output day plus the third one is going to be, or the last one is going to be output year. So in this way we could change the format of whatever values which we need, and then finally, so we'll just do a comparison of what or how the values we have got. So the input format is going to be here, so I'm going to just show it in the information of the logger.debug. The input date here is this one, the input date which is in the step 1, and then the output format. We will see that in this here. So for that, just opening, so this is going to be output date, and this is output date here, so in step 5. And let me close it with a semicolon here. So let's just do a quick recap. So here we have got the input date, which I assume you will get this as a correlated value, and then the step 2, where we're going to convert the input date string to a date object using the date.parse method or the function. And then after that, after we have converted the input string, we are going to create 3 different variables to hold the month, day and the year. And after that, in step 4, we are formatting the date components as string with leading 0. And then in step 5, we are concatenating the formatted date components into the desired outcome. First we started with the month, then the day, and then the year, because if you remember, we have multiple different countries where everybody has their own format, because in India people use DDMMYY and in other countries people use MMDDYY. And then the input format is here. So this is the input format which we already got, and then this is the output format which we are going to print now. So I'm clicking on apply, and the script syntax is valid. Let me run this script. So the execution has got completed, and here we can see the input date is 2022-026, so the year, and then the month, and then the day, and then finally when we are outputting it, it is got to be month, DD, and then YY. So in case if we want to change the format, so for example I just want to have the day in front, so let me just copy it here, and I will paste the day first, and then can move the month in here. So let me try that. So here you can see it is, let me just copy this in a notepad. So this is going to be example 1, and then with the second example, so let's see how does this is going to change, and in fact I will show you what or how does this +1 in the month works and why we don't add that in the date or in the year variable. So now we have got the script 2. So here we have got this successfully, where we have changed the date, then the month and the order. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just remove this +1. Okay, and let me apply this, and I'm running it again, and let's see what happens when we run. So what I did is I have removed the +1 from here, from the month variable, and I will show you what happens because I haven't changed any other attributes in the date. And if you see here, you can see that the month is displayed in here as 01. So that is the reason we are adding +1 in the month part. Okay, I hope you understand the video and what we did in this. We'll come up with more examples in our next videos with JavaScript and various other interesting factors with Neoload. Please do subscribe, watch, follow the link, and I hope you have a great day.